Tops. Much.
Hey guys, welcome to the Brad Penny channel, and today we're going to be looking at this whole story about BP being the first petrol station to be granted a liquor license. My first thoughts when I saw this title or this headline is, what's the big idea? But stay tuned, watch the rest of this video to see my thoughts, and let's get into it. So if you haven't already, please remember to subscribe. Really appreciate your support. For those that have already subscribed, you know what to do. Please like and comment on this video, as your engagement is highly appreciated. And guys, also remember we have a Patreon page. It's a new page that I've established because I realized that videos have been taking some time to come in, but obviously I'm going full force now, new content and all sorts of stuff. Initially I did think of not necessarily including exclusive content in terms of Patreon, but now I've decided, like, hey, there's some new few things I'm going to be doing, and some exclusive content will be on our Patreon, so look out for that. But you can still go on our website on bradplanning.co.za, where you can check out our Patreon link. It's also down on the description box, so please subscribe and I'll be able to deliver even more value than I'm already am right now. So please guys, support us. Thank you. I'll be checking out this article, guys, whereby it's an article actually from Business Tech. I think I said News 24 on the intro, but nonetheless. So yeah, so basically the article, here it is. Yeah, BP is the first petrol station in South Africa to be given a liquor license and already faces calls for it to be blocked. I mean, first of all, guys, I don't know if this is a new thing. I think just looking at this title and probably the reaction that's happening right now, people are just, the idea of it. From a business sense, this does not necessarily make, too much of a difference, as, particularly there have been other stores or other places that I know of that have already been selling alcohol next to places like, petrol stations. So yeah, let's get into this article and scan through it and let's see what it's all about. So the South African Alcohol Policy Alliance. Okay, the Southern African Alcohol Policy Alliance, South Africa, SAPA SA, I need to work on that, has called for an immediate halt on the sale of alcohol at petrol station forecourt shops. Okay, the lobby group's ear has been specifically directed at BP, which is the first few retailer granted a liquor license in South Africa. In June 2021, BP, in partnership with Pick n Pay, announced plans to sell wine through its Pick n Pay Express forecourt convenience stores. The Pick n Pay Express store at BP Radiocorp on Johannesburg's West Rand was the first to offer wine on its shelves, with a planned rollout to other BP sites expected in the coming months. BP has also indicated that it plans to allow door-to-door wine deliveries through its partnership with food delivery apps. So you can see, clearly BP and Pick n Pay found a loophole through the regulations in some way or form, as Pick n Pay already has a liquor license, and being a brand that already has a liquor license, maybe they went that additional step to include it in the express stores, of which, for me, okay, from a morality point of view, you can see where this goes wrong. But once again, I really don't see what is the problem in terms of, I know, guys, get me clear, morally wise I don't agree with it, but from a business point of view, there is something to, for them, there's a leg for them to stand on, and this is just from an objective point of view. I'm not being subjective. I'm not a lover of alcohol or anything like that. I'm just saying from a business point of view, which can be separate from a moral standpoint. And morally, yes, I mean, it doesn't make sense for one to be selling alcohol where cars should be filling their stations and getting conveniently things to refreshen and make the driver feel, better to drive, like energy drinks, food, whatever the case may be. Those are the type of things that should be sold at convenience stores that help the driver to be able to drive or have their best ability to drive. Whereas now, conveniently, there's going to be alcohol being sold, which will result in the driver's ability to drive being impaired. So that's obviously the moral argument, right? But from a business point of view, I think there's something that, there's something there. However, SAPA say that allowing petrol stations to sell alcohol in South Africa is problematic, pointing to the newly adopted liquor policy of 2016, which recommends that premises attached to petrol stations should not be awarded liquor licenses. Got distracted there because they say newly adopted liquor policy of 2016. I mean, it's 5 years later and we're still saying newly appointed. Like, you see how people don't take seriously. That's why BP did what they did. But anyways, yeah, so they say, which recommends that premises attached to petrol stations should not be awarded liquor license. Remember that for what I'm going to say at the end of this video. Long-awaited Liquor Amendment Bill of 2016 has specifically outlawed, and the errors on this, specifically outlaws the granting of liquor licenses to such premises, the group said. We have called on all provincial liquor authorities to implement an immediate moratorium on the awarding of all such licenses, said SAPA SA Director Maurice Smithers. So, the failure by the National Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, DTIC, to fast-track what were deemed by Cabinet to be important and urgent amendments to the law has created the space for provinces to decide for themselves whether to award such licenses. Okay, so once again, there's a loophole, and yeah, businesses are taking advantage, or a business partnership is taking advantage. Smithers said that there is a real risk that allowing petrol stations to sell alcohol is also going to lead to an increase in drunk driving. It will serve to undermine the efforts of the Department of Transport to reduce alcohol-related traffic incidences through the Road Traffic Amendment Bill, which is currently being considered by Parliament. So the main thing here, just to summarize, is that there is obviously an issue that this group has with BP being granted a liquor license, and only now this loophole is actually being attacked, or it's being argued against, whereby provinces are able to give authorization in terms of these liquor licenses. And I'm sure BP and Pick n Pay set up their argument, and they were granted the license. Now, for me, I understand people's complaints, I appreciate them and whatnot, and people are definitely within their rights to complain. However, right, for me in the Val where I come from, there's a place called Four Ways, and there's literally a quick spa, which under spa there's the spa retailer, and then there's quick spa, and then other super spa and whatever. So quick spas are the ones that are just like Pick n Pay, but not necessarily in the same way that BP and Pick n Pay are situated, because Pick n Pay and BP is like literally one thing, right? It's the BP garage, and then Pick n Pay is the store. Whereas with the quick spa, the garage is one side and the quick spa is on the other side. So obviously you identify that spa by it being called a quick spa. So that's a convenient store version of the original spa store. So where we are, that spa, for literally way before 2016, that spa has always had a tops, and I'm not talking a section within the spa selling alcohol. I'm talking a whole spa tops, right? A whole spa tops in walking distance from the garage. And this has been going on for I don't know how long, and I'm speaking this because it's where I stay, and it was there, it was normal, nobody was saying anything. So for this to be a recent development and all of a sudden there's a hoo-ha, it just doesn't make sense. And for me, I don't know, guys. I mean, obviously from a moral standpoint, it's very important for us to keep our roads safe, but at the same time, I feel that this is a consequence of how our laws are implemented, how justice system is just super slow at the end of the day, because businesses are all about profit, and they're gonna squeeze profit whether morally or immorally. They will make profit, and therefore this is one of those cases whereby profit motivation is just going another level or another gear up, and the legalese or the people available in legal positions are just coming behind of business people. So yeah, guys, I don't know what you guys think. For me personally, I don't understand the big idea. I feel like the big idea is that now it's in your face type of thing, but this thing has already been happening. It's not the first business to be selling alcohol within the vicinity, and obviously this new amendment bill was clearly drafted to prevent such situations. But I mean, how long does it take for a law to be passed for something to be prevented where it's still going, these businesses are still making money? Once again, some things is like they are personal. Maybe those people don't have something against Pick and Pay or BP or something, because that's how the article sort of portrays it. But at the end of the day, SPA has been doing it for the longest time. So obviously then to be corrected, but I mean, as you can see on the footage that I've shared now, that this place is there and they even renovated. I mean, to give you a sense of context, there was a spa store, there was a small spa store, then they took out the spa, renovated the quick spa, made it bigger. The side where the spa is, that used to be a Land Rover garage. Land Rover left, and now that whole garage, I mean that whole property that used to house Land Rover is a quick spa. So you can imagine how much alcohol those people sell right over there. And literally walking distance from there is the total garage. I mean, what's happening here? So yeah, guys, I just thought I would share that just to add some conversation points to the ongoing discussion. So yeah, comment down below, tell me what you think. Obviously, do you agree with this? Does it matter to you, or you are absolutely against it? So yeah, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. As always, please check out my other videos. Please remember to subscribe, like and share. Follow me on social media, and look out for the next video. Hope you learned something. See you on the next one.